Our site sits at the intersection of the shifting and re-energized Brooklyn Navy Yards and the socially complex and rapidly changing Williamsburg. We studied the evolution of the Brooklyn Navy Yards, dating back to the early 1800s, and focused these studies on the ideas of change in time through the lens of the shifting shoreline and piers. We found our site at the edge of the Brooklyn Navy Yards in a state of disuse and neglect, yet a sense of calm, nature, and serenity was deeply imbued in the site. Wildlife is abundant, the channel invites people to explore the water's edge, and the sounds of the city are distant.
Our project investigates spirituality found through these spaces, and ideas of destruction and regeneration. It adapts its architecture to meet the natural habitat of the site. To achieve these concepts, we turn to Sea Cave as a source of inspiration. As they are formally complex, yet are easily understandable and invoke a deep sense of peace and spirituality. In order for us to establish an appropriate massing scale, we explored through material and physical studies. Incorporating colors and various mediums as a main tool into the massing's differentiation, it helped break down the overall massing into distinct yet unified masses. Furthermore, the physical models show the initial development of the geological formation and the edifice's relationship with the water. Through our physical model, we explored the idea of fracturing through the use of different materials and colors. We then recontextualized these fragmentations back into an architectural language. After closely studying the evolution of the Brooklyn Navy Yards, the project aims to re-envision the language of the piers and dry docks in order to inform the relationship between the water and our site conditions. By allowing the water's edge to break into our site, various underlying natural habitats appear. In the south, we have a sea cave-like experience where individuals can come to reflect. In the middle of our site, as grotto runs along the edge of the waste energy, allowing for an intimate experience along the water's edge. And in the north, a cavernous opening envelopes and welcomes ferry passengers to our site.
The landscaping along the street edge, still under development, will reinforce the language already established, while introducing a softer landscaping by integrating berms, pathways, and other elements in order to enliven the street's edge and invite passerbyers into our site. We found the program of waste-to-energy can essentially be recontextualized in a spiritual way as destruction and regeneration. Furthermore, that notion is emphasized by introducing a mushroom farm and mycelium panel factory, which follows that same natural concept. Fungi functions at its core as nature's waste-to-energy plant. The fungus grow house will use compost in order to grow its fungi, and once the fungus grows to an industrial scale, it will be transferred over to the mycelium panel factory in order to be turned into panels that will be used on and off site.
The design of the structure started with the conceptualization of the building's structural systems. These systems transition between one mass to another and symbolize the link between the fragmentation in materiality and massing. Each system is adapted to the geometry and specific material of each mass, all connected to a singular massing, acting as a connector, shaping a unique circulatory system. The positioning of the massings were reinforced by environmental factors. Strategies such as photovoltaics, heat to steam, and natural cooling systems were all implemented into our building's core design and help unify the environmental strategy. Wood, mycelium, and a diffuse glass are our main three materials. Wood was an obvious choice as our neighboring site is a lumber manufacturing facility. We are producing the mycelium on site as well and will be able to adapt the building's needs as necessary with both these materials. Finally, the channel glass allows for a better understanding of the spatial organization and activity by allowing these spaces to glow at night. By using the program's destructive and regenerative qualities, the project investigates the different conditions of an architectural space and or within its natural habitat. In other words, the edifice instrumentalizes the intangible lighting and material qualities of the sea cave, acting as transitory spaces between one functional programmatic space and another. Public energy infrastructure cohabits with an open space that welcomes people into these new experiences between the ground and the water.